Guys, welcome back to the Nook. Here at the Nook, you know what we already do, yeah? Do you? Okay, we provide you actionable tips and tricks that you can use in life and business. So today's tutorial is an interesting one, but before we go on to that, I just want to say thank you to you, those of you who have shared my video, to those of you who are already subscribed to the channel. Guess what? You are the real MVP. And for those of you who haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button and don't forget to turn on your notification bell. So in today's video, we're going to be sewing this beautiful peplum skirt, but I'm going to be tweaking it my own way because I don't want it to be that long. And yeah, it has like a pseudo wrap detail there, so I'm going to be making it with Ankara fabric. Let's go right into the pattern drafting room. So guys, for this tutorial I just went ahead to copy my basic skirt pattern, the front and the back. If you're not conversant with how to draft this basic skirt pattern, I'll link the video here and you can go back to that video to draft your basic skirt pattern. So here I'm just determining the length of the skirt. So for mine I used 20 because I didn't want it to be too short, but I didn't want it to be too long as well. So I've established the line there. The next thing I'm gonna do is to straighten out the side of the skirt. I'm drawing a line from the hip line straight down to the hem line. I'm gonna do that for both sides of the pattern. So I'm starting with the overlap section of the skirt, which is the one that points downwards. At this point I decided that I wanted the skirt to be a little bit shorter, so I reduced the length to fall on the knee length just because of the overlap that is a bit longer. For the shorter portion of the V, I've gone down 2 inches downwards from the hip line, and then I'll just connect it to the bottom part of the overlap. I decided to give it a slight curve, so this is what we have. For the next step, I'm using my free hand to just create like a slight curve, which would be the inner portion of the skirt. Once I'm satisfied with the shape of the hem, I'll go in with my ruler, using the slant portion of the ruler to just give it the shape or redraw the shape that I've created initially with my free hand. So here's a quick tip for you. So as not to get confused, it is advisable to use different color of markers or color pencils to draw the different shapes for the different overlaps. The next thing I'll do at this point is to design the peplum that sits on the waistline. I took 2 inches inwards from the waistline and then took 2 inches downwards to get my first point. So we're using our hip line as our reference point once again. I'm taking 2 inches above the hip line and then I'm marking that point. For this portion of the tutorial, I just freestyled it. So I think the line I just did is partial slant and then connected the 2 inches at the waistline downwards. So this is what we have. The next thing I'll need to do will be to design the back pattern. So I've copied out the basic skirt pattern with the contour of the pencil skirt at the bum portion because I want it to be fitted like that. And then remember that we used 18 or our knee line as our reference point for the front. So I'm just going to go ahead to draw up a straight line, and that's basically it for that. Don't forget to straighten out your side seam, straighten it out from the hip line up to the measurement of where you're going to be using for your skirt, like I'm doing right now. So after doing that, we're going to design the peplum for the back. So I'm just at this point freehanding it. I've gotten my reference point for the front, so don't forget to get the reference point from the front. Remember, we used 2 inches from the hip line upwards for that point, and then for that, for the back close to the zipper portion, I just came out by 3/4 inch, and here I'm just using the curve of my ruler to kind of create a shape. So to be honest, I didn't take measurements for that. I just did it as I deemed fit, and that is what I got. I'm just using my marker pen to go in so that you can see what I have done. We have gotten to the last step of this tutorial. And all that's left for us to do is to copy the individual portions of this pattern. So I've gone ahead to copy the patterns, and then I've also added the seam allowance, and we are done. Guys, one final step. So in the peplum, I had forgotten to remove a bit from the side of it. So if you don't want to have like an extra or a bulging hip, I would advise that you remove about 3/4 of an inch from the side of the peplum where you have the hip, so that it lays flat when you sew it. Hi guys, I hope you enjoyed the tutorial so far. In the next video, we'll be teaching you how to put this together. Turn on your notification bell so that when I post a new video, you'll be notified. And if you are not subscribed yet, please subscribe and also share this video with your friends. Thank you for supporting the Nook with Grace Mary. Until I come to you next time, please stay safe and stay healthy. Love you.